Tuesday morning update. You didn't get an update yesterday. Yesterday was one of those days that didn't need to be documented. It was just, nothing went right. I was supposed to go cut some hay yesterday, and what normally takes 5 minutes to hook the mower up ended up taking several hours, and having to pull apart some valve bodies and all sorts of fun stuff. But the mower is hooked up to the tractor now, and the plan is, once morning chores are done, to go lay some hay down today. It is, you know, kind of late, but I've done hay all the way up to the 1st of November before. So, well, as long as you got some good weather to dry, it's getting in the 80s every day, so it'll still cure. It might take a few more days, but should make some good hay. I've drove past the field, but I haven't looked at the field, so we're just gonna go cut it. I told the guy I would, and he texted me last week and he's like, hey, let's get my hay done next week. And I was like, yeah, we can do that. Still need to finish hauling hay. The guy that I bought it from and I's schedules have been conflicting, but we will get that. We got like 5 loads left. I don't know. I could probably get it all done in a day if we hustled, but it's probably 2 more days of hauling. What other kind of updates? Oh, so go take a look at this old barn. Show you what it looks like now that it's all cleaned out. It looks really good. We haven't finished cleaning up all the messes we made cleaning up the barn, but the inside of the barn looks good. So here's everything that we scraped out. Found some tin in there and all that. So that's all gonna get scraped up and put into a pile. And but here's the inside of the barn now. It looks massive now that it's all cleaned out, because that old hay was stacked up. I don't even think we could see the concrete on this end. It does have a pretty good slope, which is nice for drainage. But yeah, there's tons of room in here now. If you recall, that door was hanging up there, and then the opening was down here, and bunch of rotten slats and everything like that. So what we did, he just took the door from up there, had to move it down here, and we're gonna leave this open for now. We may end up coming back and putting a second door up there, and have like a double door, so that if we have hay stacked all the way up to the roof, you know, we can get to it from out there. Maybe not, we'll see. But he reblocked this, got this all tied together. This wall was all flopping in the breeze, but we got that all resecured. This wall's all resecured. Yeah, pretty happy with how that turned out. Of course, the door opens from the outside, but got a door there now. We're gonna get some hay, get it stacked in here, and then we're gonna kind of leave this end open, this end next to the gate. And I think that Faith has wanted to put Joshua's milking stands, maybe like one on each wall here, or maybe one on each wall, or maybe like in a row here. I'm not sure what her plan is, but that way it gets it out of their pen and has it in a separate area. That way they have more room in their pen, and then they're not climbing on it and jumping on it and everything like that. Also, now that we got this all cleaned out, I'd probably like to keep this area open anyways, because like you can see this ladder here, that you can climb up here, have area for storage. Who knows what we need to put up there? You can never have too much storage. So yeah, happy to have the old barn kind of tied back together, because this siding was all flopping around, and you know, just some of the boards were rotten. Like there's one of the boards that got tore out there. You can tell it's just not much in like this board. So yeah, got to keep this whole thing held together as best we can. We do at some point, whenever I get around to putting the sawmill up, we're gonna mill some new boards and go around and replace the boards that are actually rotten or broken, because there's just a few. I don't know that there's any on this side, but on the back side for sure. If I had to guess, a lot of these boards on the front have been more recently replaced because it's the front of the barn. Because none of those look too bad. The trim boards definitely need to be replaced, and whenever we do that, we'll probably repaint the barn, just to make it look nice and keep it healthy. But that's a project for a different day because we don't have the sawmill set up. Because we also he also like re-straightened the other two doors up and to where they're not falling over, at least. But like there, you can see those boards there, like those need to be replaced, stuff like that. But for now, everything is put back together and functioning, and so that'll last probably for a while, and then we might have to do that again if we don't get around to replacing some of the boards. But yeah, it's this side for sure where a lot of the boards need some work. And what we'll probably do, just to keep it as original as possible, is just like maybe cut the bottom section out. I don't know, we'll have to look at it. I don't like having seams. I think that doesn't look good. So we may end up just taking a whole board out and putting a new board back. And then once you paint it, you won't be able to tell anyways. But really, there's not that many boards, because those are probably 10-inch wide boards. I would like to batten it too. Like they battened the tack room area, as you can tell. I would like to finish that all the way around, because then the whole thing would, you know, be enclosed. I think that'd be nice. Anyways, that's an old barn update. On a feeder cattle note, we've still got those two groups in the barn. We've got another group out here, getting started in this outdoor pen. So they're out here. I haven't fed them yet this morning. There's some of them out here in this outdoor pen. Here's Snowflake. Not Snowflake. I always want to call him Snowflake. His name is Snowball. Good grief. I always want to call him Snowflake. You're a snowflake, man. No, that's Snowball. He's doing good. That's Mud Dauber. That one, and that's Rubble. She just got Mud Dauber a few days ago. But he's doing good. And then Pixie, the little one that we had, the little preemie one, she's also doing good. Mom looks like crap still, but she's like, you know, as we've talked about, she's got some hip injuries and everything else. She's just older than Methuselah. She's really not as old as you think she is, but poor old girl really didn't need to have a calf. But whenever she's done raising this one, we will put her out as a pasture ornament. But there's Pixie. Come on. Show everybody how you get up on your own and run around now. Isn't that crazy? Oh, big stretch. Yeah, all of Faith's hard work definitely paid off on that one, because she, as you guys remember, she couldn't stand up on her own or anything. But her immune system has finally kicked in. We haven't had to treat her in a very long time now. She's growing good. She probably weighs, oh, I don't know. Picked her up the other day, probably 45 pounds, which for her is a lot. Oh, there's that corgi herding instinct. I'd watch that old cow, Rubble. She may be old and crippled, but she can still run. So yeah, on the list today is to go cut some hay. Also, he's gonna work on scraping the barn here, because we've got the blade hooked up to the little Ford tractor. It's not running so good, so I may have him pull apart the carburetor and clean it out. But like, just like to get all of this loose junk scraped out of here. And like that pen's had several horses living in it now. And I mean, I've scraped it by hand a couple times, but it's time to get it cleaned out. And you know, this pen's had cows living in it, so just get these pens scraped out best we can, and get it scraped out here and shoved into the big pile. At some point I'm gonna have to get a manure spreader, or borrow one, or rent one or something, and spread some manure, because we're starting to accumulate the piles. I was gonna give you a little update on that calf that we pulled, but I don't see him right here handy. I'm looking out in the pen, or the pasture here. I don't see him, so he must be... Oh, actually I do see him. He's running down that fence line. Way over there. But anyways, he's doing fine. I did a TikTok, and we may end up pulling that and putting it on short for YouTube. I don't know yet. But did a little bit of an update on him yesterday because I was driving right by and he was there. Mom, of course, looks like crap. And she's probably going to go to town pretty quick. But we're going to try to let her raise that calf as long as she can, because they do better on the cow than opposed to being a bottle calf. So as long as she can produce the milk to raise him, we will leave him. So that's your update for today. I'm gonna go drive around and feed all the groups with the pickup and check the babies out here, feed them their grain, go feed the replacement heifers, and then I'm gonna load that tractor up and go mow some hay.